Yo, alright, we got a quick one today. How y'all doing? Topic of discussion, and I should probably write it on the whiteboard. That'd be cool. Topic of discussion is attention to detail, and the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Now, the last video that I just made a couple of days ago, I sat down, I had a whole conversation. I thought it was really awesome. I got a lot of feedback on it, but one of the things that I noticed was actually right here. If you remember from last video, this bed wasn't made. It was just open, and you could see the white sheet. And even when I was filming and setting up, I was like, that doesn't make a difference. Who cares? The rest of the room is clean. We got a nice little lighting scheme set up. I've paid attention to 90% of the details here, and it looks good enough, right? Well, as I watch back, I think to myself, how much effort would it have taken for me to go and fix that bed sheet so that it looks perfect, right? Make it 100% complete. The attention to detail is where I feel as though I'm really lacking as well. And this is, I guess, the reason for the video. So welcome to it. Today, I'm gonna go over a little bit of some of the stories, I guess, that I've kind of been through and how I'm kind of implementing some of these strategies. I don't want this to be a super long video because I want it to be super watchable. You can just kind of get the update and move on with your day, right? Just a little reiteration of some pretty simple stuff. We got Underground Nutrition on today. The coolest shirt ever. Love this thing. We also got a really cool couple of Young LA things recently that I've been wearing in the gym and absolutely loving it. So, hopefully make some more gym content soon. But yeah, like I said, also I touched on this book that I've been reading, No Excuses by Brian Tracy. Definitely recommend it. I'm not too far through it. Still have a lot to learn from it, but that is my current read right now. All right, getting into it. So attention to detail. I think that the notion that the way you do anything is the way you do everything is something that I've struggled with my entire life. I feel like, you put in so much effort, you work what you feel to be so hard, but you finish right before the line, right? And this is a story that goes back to freshman year football for me in high school, where we were all running or training. We were doing sprints, 110-yard sprints, right? We would have to run 110 yards, turn around, run 110 yards back, and they'd blow the whistle, you'd go, right? And this was going on for a few weeks in football training camp. The freshmen were having a rough time doing this. So I was a freshman as well, but I found myself to be a little bit of like a leader amongst some of my peers, and I took the opportunity to try and motivate my teammates. So I'd be running, going as hard as I can, but eventually, and yelling to my teammates back to them, hey, like, go all the way through the line. Let's do it. Like trying to motivate as much as I could. But at the end of the line there, I remember it vividly that I used to get to my end. I'd get to the point, my exhaustion, I'd be fatigued after that 110-yard sprint, and I would actually start to slow up right before the line. I did this for a few weeks, and eventually an upperclassman actually came up to me and told me to shut up. It was annoying him. I was being a hypocrite. I was saying to my fellow teammates that they should give it all you got, go all the way through the line, don't give up. And then I wouldn't do it myself. And it was this little thing that I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't even upset that he was blowing up my spot. I just kind of understood. I was like, you're right. I'm not giving it 110%. I'm not even giving it 99%. I'm giving it like 95%. And I'm expecting others to do the extra 5% for me or something like that. And I think that I've noticed throughout my entire life that finishing is one of the hardest things for me to do. And I think that just being open and honest about that is something that is, the first step, I guess, in starting to recognize the patterns that you're putting yourself through. Realizing that the bed wasn't made last time and that we need to make it this time. So there's always going to be another opportunity for you to go hard, and you should not beat yourself up about things that you can't control in the past, but you should definitely try to be thinking about it and remind yourself in the current moment that you have to try and pay attention to those little details, because Sam Sulek, who has a wonderful thing that he's talked about when it comes to training and how giving it all you got is the most important thing. You don't see the immediate gains from you dieting for a day. You don't see the immediate gains from you going to the gym for a day. You're not going to instantly get to the body composition that you're looking for. You take 2 drops of water and you throw it on the floor, it's not really a big deal, right? I mean, you wouldn't even notice that it was there. But if you let those drips go for a couple of weeks, couple of months, now you have a flood, right? And it's the same thing every day. It's paying attention to these little details and letting those little details stack up to make a big difference. Sam is tremendous with how he explains that, and it's really helped me to at least envision, how these little decisions, going to the gym every day, right? Going to hitting my calorie goals, hitting my protein goals every single day. Am I seeing myself double in size in a couple of days? No, I'm not. But over the last month, I've put on 15 pounds. So that's a very quick weight, that's a lot of weight in a small amount of time. So not the greatest example for, long-term, gains with short-term decisions. But it didn't happen in one day. It took time. It took discipline. And I guess that's kind of the main point here. That's kind of the main point of this channel as well, is to really try to beat myself into discipline and to try to do this every day. Sit in front of this camera, at least say something, get it up on my channel so that we don't go a day without it. And that is a drop in the bucket. And it's not going to instantly turn into a massive following. It's not going to instantly turn into an engaged community. But if I continue to do it and I continue to work that muscle, then I know that eventually I'm going to look back at these days and it's going to all make sense. It's all going to stack up to be something greater than it is right now. So, thanks for watching. That's the video.